Trapping, a booby trap that actually catches boobies.
More than meets the eye. Transformers Tuesday, everyone. We're back for 12 weeks with 12 issues of the Image Comics, Skybound Entertainment, Energon Universe Transformers comic series, which started in October last year. So I haven't got all 12 issues yet, but the way we're going to do this, I will have the 12th issue by the time we get to the end of it. And that'll be the entire year of Transformers thus far. Today we are starting with issue 1, obviously. The setup is jank, but you should be able to see the image. I guess the only real way to know how well this is going to go is to bloody well get on with it. So here we are at the unboxing cam, and already that's not lined up properly. There we are. Man of the hour, Optimus Prime. Welcome, Sydney. Congrats on being first. And indeed probably only person here, but that's fine. I don't even know how long this stream is going to take. The comics are not thick. I mean, a lot of this, is not even to do with the Transformers story itself, but we'll get to that later. If we take it one page at a time, it'll pay off, hopefully. Beautiful artwork. Yes, absolutely. I think the artwork has been brilliant. I mean, I'm not really an expert because this is the first comic series I have ever collected. Like, I had issues of the Beano, the Dandy, a couple of Sonic the Comics back in the day, but this is like the first comic series where I am paying for it. It's a subscription, and I'm getting them delivered to me. So I've never really read many comics before. That's some merchandise. It's a comic. Good day, welcome. Yeah, but what I do love is just how detailed the art is. I mean, that every little scratch and dent, and you know, I can't show the comic any closer than that because my microphone is just here at the top of the page. I can kind of I can show you his hand. Yeah, I said the setup was going to be jank, and jank it is. But you can just about make out the text up there, so I'm hoping that any speech bubbles will be visible. Transformers number 1, $5 or $4.99, $4.99. Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer, the chief, I think, editors and writers maybe of it. But it does have opening credits, and I've got this. This is the plain card that comes with the issue to kind of like they come packaged like that. But I thought this would be handy to like prevent spoilers as we turn the page, which I think would be good. So we just have Transform Energon Universe. So the Energon Universe didn't actually, even though Energon is of course famous for being part of Transformers lore, it started with a comic series called Void Rivals, and Void Rivals has had Transformers cameos. That was like the introduction to the fact, oh, okay, we've got the Transformers IP now, we're going to be doing some Transformers stuff. And we'll get more into that later, because it will reveal a certain character, but thankfully that is in this issue, so we'll get to that later. Transformers issue 1. Daniel Warren Johnson, there you go, yeah, writer, artist, and Mike Spicer did the colouring. Russ Wooten, letterer, and all the letters are at the back. There's all kinds of variant covers, of course, with it being the first issue. Just gonna turn the music down a tad so I can hear myself think. Inner John, correct, Inner John. There's a cover by Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer, which I think is the one I've got. Ryan Otley, Annalisa Leone, Orlando Aracena, Cliff Chang. Yeah, you can't make out those names, I don't think. I don't know, the preview I'm looking at is very small. So I don't know how clear the words are. Francis Manipool, Ian Bertram, Gus Storm, Santa Fung, Von Randall, Alex Guimaraes, Alan Carr, Hector Tronic. I'm probably butchering all of these pronunciations, I do apologise. Because as we know, all of these people are watching this stream. Dahl's Draws, Sia Ohm, Edge Sue, Ainsworth Lynn, Flaviano, Hayden Sherman, Rod Race, Raf Grassetti, Matthew Roberts, Mike Bowden and Pez, Fred, John Yang, Maria Wolf, Mike Spicer, Junie Barr, Marco Ferrari, Vincenzo Federici, Francesco Tomaselli, Christopher Mitten, Scotty Young, Ryan Barry, and another variant cover with Ryan Barry and Mike Spicer. I feel like it's worth reading out the names in case you can't make them out, because you might have heard some of these artists doing variant covers for the Transformers series comics. Sean Makiewicz, editor, and Andres Juarez, publication design. And then there's special thanks and credits down here with Skybound Entertainment. Right, well, let's get into it. So I love already, like, a cold open. We're getting scenes of war, implied to be Vietnam, given the helicopters, Land of the Rising Sun kind of thing. That's not Vietnam, is it? I don't know. It might not even be Vietnam, but that's what I think of. And again, I think that'll make more sense in time. Sidney's not read these before, but all the appreciation to these people who have worked on these comics. Yes, exactly. I kind of had that in mind as well. So, just helicopters flying through a sunset or sunrise. Don't know. And there is, of course, the famous silhouette of the Ark engines shooting through space towards planet Earth. Dad? So here's... I mean, you can see what that is. It's a guy cradling someone in their arms. Again, it's implied to be war. You can just about see a US flag on the shoulder here. And green army attire. And there's Optimus Prime looking a bit worse for wear. Nasty way to go. But again, like, there's so many little tiny details visible here. And then, for a bit of a wild card, back here, we've got a rocket launching into space. Dad, wake up. So that's it. That's what we get for the first panel. Or first page, sorry. So again, I'm going to slip this in there so we don't see too much of the page 3. Page 2. Crap. So, we're at a bar. Jeez, Spike, don't scare me like that. I've been looking all over for you, Dad. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. A fighter jet came down from space, shaped like a box. Sure, Jerry. You got the there's crazy Jerry with his crazy tails. I done seen spaceship come out of the sky. Sure, Jerry. Whatever you say, Jerry. Spike Witwicky. There he is. In the world according to Skybound Entertainment. There's a... Oh, I never noticed that. So again, I've only read this twice. I've only read this issue twice. And I never noticed there's a telescope there. Propped up against the bar stool. More on that later, I think. But yeah, what Jerry's saying is important. I mean, if you know, you know. A fighter jet shaped like a box. There's only so many Transformers that could be. And only one springs to mind. How long have you been here? Oh, sorry. I had errands. How long have you been here? Not long, not long. And there's Jerry. It was white and red. I got a Polaroid here somewhere. I don't know why I've given Jerry this voice, but it's sticking. But then the barman rats out Spike's dad. Since noon, Spike. Thanks for nothing, Danny. But clearly, Papa Witwicky has a drinking problem, if that wasn't obvious already. Where are you going? Isn't that Jimmy's? So, there you go. They're acknowledging the telescope. Who is Jimmy? Guess we'll find out. Carly and I were going to check out the full moon tonight, remember? On top of Hangers Rock. Looking at stars again, huh? Doing this kind of thing, it reminds me of him. Why would you want to remember? It's best to forget all that. I love that. I don't know if dichotomy is the right word. Like, 2 different sides of grief. Clearly, whoever this Jimmy is, they've lost them. It's like... Oh god, it hurts to remember. Why would you want to remember someone when they're not with us anymore? And then Spike is like, nah, come on, it helps. It's helping. Is that how you're going to live now? Just pretending he didn't exist? I'm not going to end up like him, Dad. And then someone says, am I interrupting something here? So, I mean, again, like what we've seen with the actual Transformers, we've seen with Optimus Prime, there's such incredible detail in this. There's so many little lines to indicate creases and marks and dents in like a very lived-in world. A very, like, kind of worn-out society wherever this is set. And of course implied that it's quite depressing, you know, they're just living here, they've experienced a loss. But yeah, there we go. Really emotive faces as well. I mean, I don't know how well that's picking up on screen. Probably not very well. But again, I can't really... I'm going to have to change how I set this out because I can't, especially the bottom half of the page, I can't bring that closer to the camera for you to see the details. But yeah, like, the eagle or phoenix or whatever at the back. The TV screen playing, yeah, baseball game by the looks of it. It's very cool. All right, page 3. Am I interrupting something here? Hey, Davey. And there's Davey. Still need a ride for the night shift? Yep. There you go. So he's drinking and he's working night shifts. You sure you're okay to work? I'm fine. Let's go. He's drunk. Dad, wait. Eventually, you're going to have to grow up, Spike. And be like you. Savage. But that's the kind of hard-hitting thing you need to tell people sometimes. Let's go. All right, Sparky. So he is nicknamed Sparkplug in this. I like this little panel as well. There's quite a few panels like this where the background is just a flat color, no detail or no scenery in it, and it's purely the foreground is what you're focusing on. So you've just got his dad going away, leaving Spike there. That sounded rough. Yeah, Carly, it was. There we are. There's Carly. This is an excellent little Easter egg here. I'll see how closely I can get this to the camera. Not very, as it turns out. I'm going to hold it kind of sideways then. But you've got here Conan the Barbarian. I don't think the dragon's for anything specific, but back here, you can kind of see the staff. God damn it. Okay, there we go. That's the best I can hold it. You've got Gandalf wielding a staff. I think the castle is kind of recognisable. I don't know myself what castle that is, but I feel like I've seen it before. Yeah, just painted onto the side of Carly's van. So it's art within art, and I love that as well. Very cool. So Spike is now about to go off with Carly, who has arrived. Come on, she says. Come on. And now it's nighttime at a different location. Come on, let's go pretend we're on another planet. It's honestly same. Can I come? The latest addition to the van is looking great, so it's an ongoing art project. You like it? My dad got me a new airbrush. Super happy with how it turned out. It's still missing something though. Not sure what. A little bit of foreshadowing there. So did you tell him about Berkeley? We didn't make it that far. A look of disdain on Carly's face. I know. You shouldn't have to be afraid to tell him you're trying to be an astronaut. Cal is the best place to do it. Yeah, Berkeley, that's the university in California? Or a university in California? I don't know. I'm assuming that's what they mean by Cal. I'll tell him soon. But what about you? Are you looking at art schools? My dad and I were putting extra shifts, making the money part happen. It's not going to be easy, but... And then they hold hands. Nah, JK. I wish it was easy for you, Spike. I'm sorry about your dad, about Jimmy. Me too. And they're having a little moment, and it's very sweet. Something else that kind of stands out to me now, like here, we can see the sun is setting. It's very late in the day, but instantly the color palette shifts to purple, blue, and black. Like visual storytelling. It doesn't need to tell you what time it is. You can see, oh, they're leaving when the sun goes down, and when they arrive, it's already nighttime. Very cool. Okay. Whatever page this is. And here's where shit starts to happen. There's a lot of this in the comics. Onomatopoeias. Words written to sound like the noise they make. Or to sound like a noise. It's like seismic rumbles is what I've picked up to be. The telescope falls apart. Oh man, that's something else I didn't notice. See, this is why it's good to go through a deep dive and talk about the comic, because I'm gonna see things that I missed, and I've read it twice, and I'm finding new things to find about it. So I'm glad I held off. I've also got this thing in my mind where I don't want to handle the comics too much. Like, where I keep them in my folder, they're behind like a sheet of plastic to kind of preserve them as long as possible, because I'm very aware of the oils in my skin that might affect the pages if I thumb through them too often. So the ground crumbles away and they fall, and there's a great big that's not the sound it makes, but like cocoon kind of thing. Spike's there, Carly's there, so they're getting separated kind of. Bam. So I like how there's no lines of motion. There's a special term for that, because they do it in animations as well. They use lines to show motion of a character, so that you don't have to draw them doing the movement. You can just use these lines to imply that they're moving pretty fast. But all it shows is a little impact zone there, and then the same thing here to show you, oh, he's fallen from there, bounced off and landed down there. Again, visual storytelling. It's brilliant. Ugh. Spike, are you... Whoa. And there's a big curvature there. Interesting. What the heck? He said a swear. Rude. Naughty. And then we get a really cool panel next. Forgot to put the sheet in first. Too late. There we are. Look at that. The arc. So, even though page 1 shows the arc shooting through space, it doesn't give a time, but the fact that it's here, embedded in the rock, already tells you that this happened ages ago. You know, the engines are cool. Basically, the mountain has just given way to reveal the engines of the arc. And Spike and Carly must have fallen through a hole in the fuselage and ended up right in the engine there. So I like, and again, just these two tiny little figures there with the scale of the entire ship. Maybe a little bit out of scale. Again, more on that later. We have to get out of here. What is this thing? Spike? Spike? And Spike has turned a corner to see. What has he seen? Let's find out. Oh yeah. There they are. So I'm gonna have to go through and name all the robots that we can see now, because that's what I want to do. Right at the back over here. Actually, no, I'm gonna start from the foreground. You've got Starscream, iconic, chest there, the vents in his chest, the Null Ray, Optimus Prime. There's Prowl, Ratchet, that one there. That one's a bit tricky. They're kind of a solid grey colour. It could be one of the Decepticons, or it might be Ravage. I don't know. Very hard to see. Skywarp, Soundwave, Bumblebee, Cliffjumper, and who's that? Who's that there? Maybe if I bring it closer to the camera, we'll see. I mean, that's an iconic silhouette. And we've just heard Jerry at the bar talking about a fighter jet shaped like a box. What are those? They look like, I don't know, some sort of robots. Spike, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Again, I can't keep going on about it, but just the incredible details added to every single robot to show just how beaten up and broken they are. Next page. There we are. We've got our first transformation, and the transformation onomatopoeia as well. Okay. So they don't seem to be aware that Jetfire is heading right to them until this moment here. Over there, it might be a way out. And then there's Kikakuki. That's my best impression of the transformation noise. Carly, wait. And then Jetfire's there. So, Jetfire has actually come down from space. And what I mentioned earlier about the Energon universe being established in a different comic. In Void Rivals, Jetfire is the first Transformer to appear. There's a couple of characters in the Void Rivals comic who encounter Jetfire. And I think they reawaken him, or he was just crash landed there and they help him escape. Something like that. But yeah, he has now arrived on Earth. My fallen friends, it is finally time. Had I enough power to lift this ship from its mountain trap, I would bring you all home. But I only had just enough energon to trigger the earthquake and reveal yourselves to me. So there we are. The earthquake, triggered by Jetfire. Bo. Hello, Angus. Good evening. Welcome to Transformers Tuesday. How's it going? So Jetfire is pulling out some kind of energy pack, slots it into Teletran 1. Whom. Oh, I like... So it trails off at the edge of the panel there and continues down here. Whom. And then we get all computer screens showing all the alt modes that the Transformer's going to have. You've got a jet there, the F-15 Eagle, Optimus Prime's truck and his trailer there. Until the day that we can gather enough energy to return, I have found you new forms, ones that the creatures of this earth will find familiar. And this is how they get their alternate forms. How you doing? I'm good. I'm really enjoying breaking down the comic. I feel like it's mostly for myself, but I'm glad. I'm grateful to anybody who pops in. I mean, we're only half an hour in, but that's fine. We're a few pages in. I didn't expect this stream to take that long, but it is what it is. And it's giving me something Transformers related to look forward to each week leading up to the release of the film. Anyway, so Jetfire's arrived, and he's activating everything. Reading for joy. Yuck. Next page. And it's still going. A really great use of scale there. There's Carly and Spike laying next to Thundercracker's arm. You can see the null ray. Oh god, I'm over. Oh, whoops, sorry. sorry. Moved it now. There you go. Thundercracker's arm, null ray, and there's Carly and Spike there. And there's Jetfire. So yeah, the scale is way off. Jetfire, very shrunken down. After being a huge jet. Reading sadness is more my speed. Don't worry, we'll get some. This computer, Teletran 1, can piece you all together to full strength. He's kind of monologuing there. Like, he knows what Teletran 1 is. Why is he having to say it out loud? For us, the audience. So it's still going whom. And we can see that Thundercracker's arm... Oh, wait, no, sorry, Starscream's arm. I do apologise. That is Starscream's arm. But Thundercracker does have blue arms as well, as I recall. Yeah, I think he does. So yeah, it's repairing Starscream. And there you go, look at that. He's completely flown apart, pulling those pieces back together. Over here, quick. And Carly and Spike get out of the way. Down here, as per Transformers lore, Transformers canon, Skyfire, or Jetfire in this case, Jetfire and Starscream are friends. Starscream, my old friend, I have not seen you for centuries. And there's Bumblebee down there. So let's go to the next page. Again, I'm using the sheet to hide spoilers for what happens later on. Although, big spoiler warning, we can totally see what Starscream's doing here. Jetfire, comrade, thank you for waking me. I'm glad to find you've picked the right side. And Starscream just point blank shoots the already disabled Bumblebee in the face. Rip. F's in chat for Bumblebee. Of course, those guys are alarmed, obviously. Pants already pissed. What are you doing? Don't you see the markings I wear proudly on my wings? Wake up, old friend. We have been at war for the past 100 years. But stand aside and let me do what must be done. But Teletran 1 is still going. F indeed. Teletran 1 still going. And now we've got the iconic red arm there of a certain leader. There you go. It's getting intense now. The action has shot up. Stop out of my way. This is madness. And then Starscream says, "This is Sparta." No. But look, right here, the way Jetfire is clinging onto Starscream's arm and like scrunching that metal. Really, really great use there. Because you know these are strong robots. That's not like someone grabbing a sleeve. That's someone like really crunching some metal in someone's arm. This is madness. Exactly. And then Starscream shoots Jetfire point blank in the gut. Gah! And there's a great big pow there. A great way of not having to put much detail in, just have the sound in the background. I'm surprised at you, Jetfire, showing weakness. What a waste. Starscream, no, this is not what I wanted. Trust me when I say this marking is a sign of evil, and he's pointing at the chest of Jazz. That's either Jazz or Prowl. I think more likely Prowl, because we've already seen Prowl among the fallen. No, it is in fact Jazz, because there is Jazz's head. Pointing at the Autobot symbol. We must be vigilant in wiping it out. And he's about to shoot Jazz in the face. If only there was someone coming to stop Starscream from doing such a thing. And here we get some really good shit. Optimus Prime grabbing Starscream by the null ray and saying never, and just fucking dragging him. Always wipe with vigilance. This panel goes hard. Because he's grabbed the null ray and then just a full-on haymaker to Starscream's face. And we're seeing the aftermath of it. But it gets better, trust me. This you ain't seen nothing yet. Fuck me. Not even in this issue. See, even Spike is like, whoa. And there's good old Optimus standing over the cowardly Starscream. Shooting beings while they lie helpless. Starscream, I thought you were a warrior. Unlike you, Optimus Prime, I do whatever it takes. Should I give them voices? I feel like it kind of spoils the magic of when you're reading the speech bubbles and you give them a voice in your head. But look at those hands locked together around Starscream's middle. This is such a cool moment. Like, I cheered when I first read this. Optimus Prime suplexed Starscream. And like, when this issue dropped, that was like one of the key moments that people were like, ah, awesome. Yeah. Like, full on crunch back into the ground. And now these guys are running away. But Optimus has seen them. Spike, wait, he's gonna see. What are you? Come on, Optimus. Better not to strain my voice. That's true. It depends how often the characters speak, actually, doesn't it? What are you? Oh, wait, no. Optimus's voice. Liverpudlian. What are you? Get behind me, small creatures. Nah. I'm Spike. Get behind me, small creatures, because Starscream has opened fire. Smelting Autobot! I'm gonna have to remember that one. Smelting. You smelting Autobot. But yeah, the fucking suplex. Chef's kiss. Love that. Next page. Oh, look who's entered the fray. So remember, throughout this whole event, this whole scene, Teletran 1 has been repairing all the robots. Like, not stopping to check if they're Decepticon or Autobot, just all of them. Just like in the 1980s cartoon. That's exactly what happened there as well. They all got revived at the same time. Don't even think about it, buddy. And Ratchet kicks. Look at that. At that angle. Ka-tong! Oh, man. Fucking love it. Ratchet. Optimus. It is good to see you. Scalar Autobots, and now Skywarp is... Psow, 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 psow. I will read out the onomatopoeias, obviously. Psow, psow, psow. Zip, zip, zip. That's very small. You can only barely see it. There's that little line there. Again, I've got no idea how well you can see that. Zip. Hearing the lasers ping off things. Take cover. Skywarp proper screaming here. Skywarp, Teletran 1 is reconstructing us randomly. Bring our fellow Warriors over here. On it. And Skywarp is dragging Soundwave. And you can tell because over here it says drag. Drag. Ratchet! Oh, what? Do I not have that anymore? I do not. Oh wait, no, it's need, isn't it? Whoops. The streamer doesn't know his own sound alerts.
I needed that.
Whoops. There we go. For context, that is the voice of Ratchet, this character, from the Transformers Prime cartoon. Looking very different. This is very much G1-esque. Okay. So again, you've got more bzow, 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 bzow up there. Animation, sorry, whatever I said. Just our luck. The Decepticons got activated first. Too many of them have been awakened. We must retreat. Yeah, at the moment, it's only Optimus and Ratchet versus Starscream and Skywarp. And now Soundwave is about to wake up. I'm assuming... I mean, that's 2v2, but I suppose that is too many, so that's why Optimus is still like, too many of them. But our brothers, my new form, there should be some sort of trailer. And there's Optimus's trailer. Can you load our warriors in there? It'll be tight, but... And then Optimus with a little exclamation mark. That'd make a great emote, like Optimus Alarm. And there's his good old rifle. The famous Optimus Prime rifle. Go! I'll buy you time. So Ratchet is going to load the fallen Autobots into the back of Optimus's trailer, which I think is a great idea. A great use of that. And Optimus fucking gunning it to his... Well, gun. And here we have the Decepticon Man of the Hour. Soundwave. Whose speech bubbles are blue with orange text, or yellow text. So I'm taking that to mean that he is speaking as robotically as he does in the cartoon. Like that kind of monotone, synthesized kind of voice. Which I obviously can't mimic. But yeah, he's actually not in a bad way. That's a great face on Skywarp there as well. He's like that grin. Shit-eating grin. Watching Soundwave get rebuilt. Extermination protocol active, and they're like his eyes turn on and it goes and then POV you are Soundwave detecting the movement of Optimus Prime running through there. Beep 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 beep. And a great big push as he fires his shoulder cannon at Optimus Prime's feet. That's another great coloration there. Optimus Prime almost silhouetted by the explosion behind him. Optimus. So Ratchet has loaded in. I can see red there. That might be Cliffjumper. You've got some green arms here. I'm not entirely sure who that could be. I don't know off the top of my head a Transformer who has green forearms and blue hands. It could be a coloration error. But you've got a foot down here, which very much looks like either Windcharger or possibly even Ironhide's foot. Don't know. But Ratchet is, of course, carrying his partner in crime, Wheeljack, there. The iconic Wheeljack. Optimus! Ratchet doing his best Sam scream from the movies. There we are. Optimus getting up, opening his eyes, and he's only and then he sees poor Bumblebee with his face missing. Sag. Bumblebee? Oh no. Oh no. It's the monkey meme. Oh no. A very sympathetic look on Spike's face there, like acknowledging this loss. Which of course is good. It means, you know, got to build rapport between these two species. Yeah. And a great mix of like kind of fiery inferno, and then once the Decepticons are back on the scene, we get some pink or like, you know, purples for the Decepticon colours. Look at this fool mourning over the weakest of them all, says Starscream, who shot Bumblebee point blank in the face while he was lying on the ground, inert. So Starscream is now just trying to chokehold Optimus, who hopefully has another awesome power move to flex. Yeah, we are halfway now. We are halfway through the comic. Here are the staples. Grapple. What's an onomatopoeia for grapple? Grapple. Starscream struggling with Optimus Prime. Soundwave, help me. Ravage, activate. Doing the iconic shooting Ravage out of the take thing. Also, it wasn't Ravage we saw earlier. Ravage was inside Soundwave all along. Great. Ravage going growl. And chomping Optimus on the arm. And Spike hears the call to action and run towards Optimus's gun. Spike, what are you doing? We don't even know what side he's on. Carly, just push. Come on, Carly, use your fucking eyes. The good ones are the ones that are being killed. And the bad ones are the ones that are talking like bad people. Ugh. There we go. So Spike pushing Optimus's gun towards his hand. Ravage, rip out his eyes. Another great panel there. These guys pushing the gun as hard as they can towards Optimus's hand. That'd make for a great tense scene in like a film or animation. But he does get a hold of it. And then he finally gets to fire it. Choom! And shoots Ravage. So, I mean, we love Bumblebee. F for Bumblebee. We also do love Ravage in our own way. So, sadly, Ravage has been shot. And even Soundwave is like, no. Soundwave may appear cold and emotionless, but he loves his cassette friends. He loves his tapes. But shooting Ravage gives Optimus the upper hand. Knocks back Starscream. Enter Soundwave. Enter Skywarp, sorry. Too many Transformers with names beginning with S. Just die already. But Optimus Prime rolls out of the way. You can tell because here it says roll. I'm sorry, Teletran. We are outnumbered and outgunned. I love how there's a beat panel here. Where it's like Optimus has thought of something and made a decision. And now he's going to execute it. Teletran, we are outnumbered and outgunned. And there's Thundercracker, look. Gradually getting put together. And you've got Reflector here as well. Or one of them. One of Reflector. And then move on to the next page. I have no choice, Optimus says. And he shoots Teletran 1, preventing the recreation of any other Transformer. Starscream's, of course, distraught by that, and there's Thundercracker's head falling to the ground. Optimus, we're loaded up. Whoa! What is Ratchet whoaing at? Of course, it's Optimus Prime running out of the explosion, saving things. I would also say whoa at that. Another great panel, that is. I love this. What is your malfunction, Soundwave? Like, what's your problem, man? What's your malfunction, bro? Power low. I don't see what I like about that is I think that's open to interpretation. Is his power actually low, and he's cradling Ravage in his final moments, or is that Soundwave speak for being incredibly sad and depressed that Ravage has been taken? Don't know. What is your major malfunction is one of your all-time favourite put-downs. Oh, it's great, isn't it? What's your major malfunction, bro? We all need power. Our energon reserves are nearly empty. That's Skywarp trying to talk some sense into Starscream. There's a great Starscream arc in this series, but we'll get to that later. I don't want to reveal anything, obviously. We'll deal with that later. They're getting away. And there's Ratchet and Optimus starting to transform. I can't say what that says. But I believe the next panel is going to be one of my favourites. Certainly in the whole series, but in this issue, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. Hang on. Might have to fold the pages back on itself to show you properly. No, it doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good. I don't want to strain the pages. I'll kind of just hold it. Oh, it's upside down. My bad. There we are. Look at that. It's so cool. Just Optimus and Ratchet driving, just going... Transform and roll out. I got to miss part of the line. Optimus says... We'll deal with that later. They're getting away, says Starscream. Optimus says, Ratchet, transform. And roll out. And that. Oh. I love that. I love how it's sideways. I love how it's taken up most of the page. It's such an awesome image. And I like that Ratchet isn't quite like a Nissan Vanette. It's a different thing. Almost like a transit van or something kind of thing. It's a nice look. I dig it. Wait, that's a cliff. We're driving off a... Spike. Failing to warn Optimus Prime. Who just fucking does it anyway. Look at that. Oh, it's so cool. This is one of my favourite moments in the series so far. And of course, Carly and Spike screaming their heads off. And then, bam, landing at a very convenient angled piece of debris there. Optimus, what in Spark's name is in your cab? I'm not sure. These small creatures must be natives of this place. And then Carly's like, hi! Hi! What's that sound? A warning, because there is Starscream, and behind him is Skywarp charging at them. So I've got my mic arm, you can see it there, it's blocking the pages. Let me just pick that up and move it up here. You fools are weaker than us in every way. You don't deserve to function. A very Starscream thing to say. Optimus and Ratchet getting shot at. Next page. Back with Jetfire, who is injured and leaking energon. You can see it there, poor guy. What? Optimus. I am coming. That's what he says. I am coming. So Jetfire transforms and flies off to help. We've got to find cover. We can't take another hit like that, says Ratchet. But then Starscream ended up getting shot at. What? Ow! And then there's Jetfire shooting them down. Damn you for making me do this, Starscream. Again, like, Jetfire, in all of about 5 minutes, has found his old friends, reunited with a friend, who then turned on him and tried to kill him, and now Jetfire is having to try and shoot down his former friend. Like, that goes hard. Jetfire's not having a good day. And it's about to get worse. Now, Starscream has turned around to shoot back at poor Jetfire. Die, traitor. And Starscream strikes true. Down goes Jetfire. Poor Jetfire. Now Skywarp has fallen down to the ground. Skywarp, why do you stop the hunt? Starscream, my Energon. We've never been closer to wiping them out for good. Press on. I'm about to run into the ground. We must turn back. And then that causes Starscream to hold fire and retreat. Sleep with one eye open, Optimus. I am coming for you. Sorry, I shouldn't emphasize the word coming just because it says coming in there. But we've all seen the meme. Optimus Prime in the movies. I've come. Jeez. Okay. Moving on. I'm coming. Fuck you, Autobot. Thank you, whoever that was. Here it is. Pull into the left. Where are you taking us? Is this the old quarry? Jimmy and I used to sneak out here and mess with the abandoned equipment. It made for a great hiding place. So, I mean, it's heavily implied, but I think at this point it makes more sense. Jimmy and Spike, brothers. So, Jimmy has lost a brother. Spike will have lost a son. And they used to hang out here. Wow. And Optimus has found Jetfire. Jetfire landed here. I am gravely injured, Optimus. Yeah, poor Jetfire. Automod hates that you and the Autobots are coming. What an infant. I'm coming for you! You must forgive me. This is Jetfire speaking. You must forgive me. I have been away for centuries. I did not know about this war. I did not know you were the new Prime. And Optimus says, I remember the day you left our home to find a way to save it. So that's what Jetfire's been doing. And that's why Jetfire was on that planet in the Void Rivals comic series. Jetfire was out trying to find a way to save Cybertron. And you were so young then. Much has changed since you left our planet. So, the war on Cybertron, in most continuities, that war has been waging for, like, millions of years. But in this, they've only been at war for a few hundred years. So, not much of a time jump this time. Much has changed since you left our planet. All for the worse. And Jetfire, ugh. It's alright, Jetfire, it's alright. I can help Optimus. And you can see Optimus is about to reveal his Matrix of leadership there. The Matrix can heal, but it can't stop the inevitable. Prime, I swear I did not know. You have nothing to apologise for, old friend. You have done well. No, I have not. Centuries of searching for healing for our home, and nothing. Has anything changed? Is there any hope, Prime? I do not know. That's when you know shit is heavy. Is when Optimus Prime, beacon of hope across the universe, isn't sure whether there is any hope anymore. I have failed in my mission. Cybertron will die. Everything will die. And Jetfire is no more. So, we've had F's for Bumblebee. F's in chat for Jetfire, please. R.I.P. R.I.P. Jetfire. Back with the Decepticons. On the Ark. What do you mean it can't fix us? Teletran 1 is damaged beyond our current capabilities or repair. We need Energon and raw materials to bring it back to 100% functionality. We are the only Decepticon warriors for now. Well, how do we fix it? Soundwave sent Laserbeak to scout for resources that we can convert into the kind of fuel we need. He has sent me coordinates of possible sources of Energon. Oh, and Soundwave cradling Ravage there. Why are you all looking at me? You have the most Energon reserved. Thus, the harvesting is up to you. It's what Meg... Do not say his name. So, again... This is the point where I thought, oh shit, yeah. Where the fuck is Megatron? And that was actually like that was a hashtag when this issue dropped, because people wanted to know where Megatron was. Do not say his name, says Starscream. And famously, Starscream says, I am leader of the Decepticons now. Look at me, I'm the captain now. Starscream did the meme. And then we jump to Sparkplug again, in a similar kind of outfit to what we see in the 1980s cartoon animation. The high-vis jacket and the yellow helmet. Starscream says, I will do this for you, my loyal soldiers. Quitting time, finally. And here's Davy. We met Davy earlier. Davy gave Sparkplug a lift to work. Hey, Sparky. I just wanted to... how do I say this? You know I care about you, right? Shut the hell up, Davy. Davy says, that's why I've got to be honest with you. Spike needs you, your support. I know it's been a rough go, but Dave, what the hell do you know about it? Have you gone through what I went through? Sparkplug, really uptight, not wanting help. And that's a red flag. It's important to talk about mental health, people. Even if you don't like it, it's good for you. Of course not. That's not why. Then maybe you should keep your naive opinions to yourself. Poor Sparkplug. And then there's a great big boom, and here's Starscream. Go by yourself, they say. Do all the work, they say. What? Well, I'm tired too. I'm wounded too, and here I am having to do all this by myself. God, it sounds like me at work. Heh. Let's get out of here. Dave, wait. But Starscream has spotted Davy and says, "What's this now?" We've got. Oh, we're at the last page now, people. I'm just gonna cover up what's happening down here because it's pretty wicked. Are you the creatures that live in this place? And Starscream is coming for Davy. No. So fragile. Stop. So squishy. Squish. So pathetic. That fucking mic drop moment. Starscream, I mean, obviously, he's a Decepticon. He doesn't care for the civilians of this world. Picks up Davy and just in his hand. With Sparkplug looking on in horror. A very well-drawn face expressing horror there. Where's he hiding? He's still in the building, isn't he? Yeah, he kind of snuck back inside and watched his friend get by a giant robot. To be continued, it says down here. So that's actually it for issue 1. But we can quickly go through what else is in the issue, because, like I said, some of these pages aren't to do with the story. We've got letters for the write-ins. I'm tempted to write in myself. I don't really know what I would talk about. But there's, for obviously with it being the first issue, people haven't written in yet because no one was able to. So you got a letter from Daniel Warren Johnson talking about, getting Transformers. We've got a statement from Skybound as well. A little sketch of G1 Optimus Prime toy there. Here we go. Explore the Energon universe. You've got Void Rivals, the one I mentioned, which of course, there you go, featuring Shockwave on the cover there. Robert Kirkman's all-new Transformers and G.I. Joe shared universe continues every month in these titles. You got Void Rivals and you got Transformers as of October, November at that time. But you've also got some G.I. Joe comics. You've got Duke there with Starscream flying overhead. More on that next week. The rise G.I. Joe starts here. The Rise of Cobra starts here. And there's Cobra Commander with the Ark in the background. So they're really driving home that this is a connected universe in this comic series. On sale January 24, December last year. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. This is not connected. Murder Falcon. Not heard of that one. But that's it. Transformers issue number 1 from Skybound Entertainment. That's it. And that took us an hour to do, which I think is just about right. So I'll aim to do the same length of time next week for Transformers issue number 2, with another deep dive. Now, I am hungry. I don't know. I'm going to just assess the damage. Hang on. Oh, okay. Who have we got? Who's live? Let's kill the music for now. Although, to be honest, I'm so hungry. I don't want to stick around. I just want to go and get some damn food. I need to do a shop anyway. So, I might just end. Oh, wait, no. Susie's live. Nah, we'll raid into Susie, and then I will just raid and run, probably, because hungry. So, let's get that going. Thank you, everybody who has stopped by for this little dive into Transformers comic series. Again, it's a brand new series. This is the stepping off point, so it's all new going forwards. Issue 2 will be next week, and remember that this is all a countdown until the release of the Transformers 1 animated movie, and on that week, when that film is released, I'm going to do a watch party of the 1986 Transformers animated movie. So, there we are. Let's get the raid going. Susie Lynn 253. There we go. The raid is active. Your raid messages are in chat. Please copy and paste these into Susie's stream. Thank you all so much for turning up. Tomorrow is going to be Second Extinction as the final Wednesday stream for whatever Wednesday, Jurassic June, sorry. And don't forget that on Friday we have Radical Rex. All of that to look forward to. So until tomorrow, have a wonderful evening. Farewell.
And the new elixir.
4-1 today. I was so not expecting this one.